20 different media representatives in the last 24 hours or so. We did send out a media release. Quite a few of them from the region are in Lumberton right now because the governor's hurricane committee announced 3 days ago they were meeting in Lumberton, which was long after we scheduled this. A lot of the statewide media are very interested in this story. As you know, there have been very few statewide information out about the Atlantic Coast Pipeline. So we've made some very good relationships with a lot of our media sources. We do have 2 media representatives here with us. We have, I'll just let them introduce themselves. Put y'all on the spot.
Hi, I'm Alicia Banks. I'm with the Table Observer. Nice to meet you all.
And Alicia is doing a story for tomorrow. If you've never met Alicia, she also did a story last week with the Fayetteville paper. This is her second sort of term with the Fayetteville paper. In between, she worked for the LA Times, some other newspapers. She's one of our best writers at the Fayetteville paper. I can say that as an advisory board member of the newspaper. And I'm actually also wrote an op-ed piece for tomorrow. It's called Pipelines and Passions. That'll be on the op-ed page tomorrow. And it talks about the walks in Fayetteville and in Robeson County this Saturday. And we also have Nash County represented with us today. We also have another journalist with us.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth Duke. Some of you all may recognize me from my old hat, but I have a new hat as a freelance journalist working with Southeast Energy News.
And your name?
Oh, sorry, Elizabeth Dukes.
Thank you. So this is just a beginning. So for all of our grassroots people who aren't accustomed to talking to media, you need to get used to it. We'll be bringing a lot of not just statewide media in here, but national media, because we're going to actually need to put Eastern North Carolina on the map nationally, not only over this and the hurricane, but many other needs that we have in Eastern North Carolina, and I'll actually mention a few of those when I speak today. I'm Reverend Mac Legerton. I represent the coalition Eco Robeson, and I'm also Executive Director at the Center for Community Action in Lumberton. I'm an ordained minister in the United Church of Christ in the Southern Conference, and I'm director and co-founder of the center for 36 years. And for those in the faith and nonprofit community, I tell people I've watched the revolving door, particularly in rural counties as people move in and out, and mine just got stuck. And I've been there for 36 years. And we have another media person here. Would you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Joy with CBS North Carolina. How's it going, guys?
Okay. With PBS?
CBS.
CBS. Out of which station?
Out of Raleigh, CBS North Carolina.
Okay.
That's the name of the station.
All right. Welcome. We're just getting started. So
All right, do you mind if I place a mic up there so I can hear you?
come on.
All right.
We'll wait on you. Some of us are patient. I can't speak for everybody. While he's setting up, why don't we just, if you'll stand, we tell our youth in our center, speak loud and be proud. So while he's setting this up, actually probably won't take too long. There's no board on it. Will that work okay? All right. Let's do this. We have our plan is to have about 4 minutes each, so we can have plenty of time for our media representatives to ask questions. So those of you that are speaking, try to really focus on 1 or 2 major points, and you're free to share from your heart and your mind what you'd like to share today. I'll give you the order, just so you'll not be sitting there wondering when you're going to speak. After I give the order, the rest of you who are busy, we'd like for you just to stand and share who you are as well. And if you live along the pipeline or wherever you live, please share that in case the media would like to maybe also ask you some questions later. We're going to start with Marvin Winstead from Nash County. going to come down then to Fayetteville, and Louis Nino and Tom Clark. Then we're going to go to Reverend Jennifer Copeland with the North Carolina Council of Churches. We're going to go then to Steve Norris with Extreme Energy. Then Mr. John Wagner, who's a resident of Chatham County, and working on similar issues there with fracking and coal ash. Then we will go to Susanna Tuttle. Are you ordained, Susanna?
Not in the proper way.
But you are seminary graduate,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes.
You and I have had a lot of conversations about that.
With North Carolina Interfaith Power and Light, one of our major faith-based organizations working on the environment. Then we have Nick Wood from Appalachian Voices, and then I'll pull up the rear and share briefly regarding the Robeson County and Pembroke Walk. So I would ask Marvin and Louis to share the details of the walk. Actually, we wouldn't have to say too much about it. I think both our media and we'll give one to you that gives the details of the walk. So let us begin, and I'm going to take some tender mercy just to lead us in a brief prayer as we begin our gathering here. Let us pray. Most gracious God, we thank you for the gift of life for this very day. Thankful for the preciousness and the blessedness of all life and of all living beings on this beautiful earth that you provided for us. We thank you for everyone that's represented here, the families, the communities, the media representatives. We're thankful for our faith leaders who are here. And most of all, Great Spirit, we're thankful for the connectedness that you bring to our lives and the challenge that we will develop a new understanding of freedom that moves us from not just a narrow sense of independence, but a deep sense of interdependence of all life. Thank you for this place and for this gathering. We give you our honor, our praise, and our prayer. Amen. So, Marvin, please come forward.